Picture this. There was a moment in your life. Maybe it was a betrayal. Maybe it was a loss. Maybe it was a failure so painful you didn't want to get out of bed. And in that moment you thought, why is this happening to me? But here is what nobody told you in that moment. That pain was doing something to your brain, something most people never find out about. You survived something. Maybe it broke you for a while. Maybe it made you quieter, more careful, more aware. And you probably thought that was damage. But what if it wasn't? What if everything that hurt you was secretly building something inside you that most people will never have? Today, I'm going to show you 10 signs that your pain made you smarter than most people around you. Not book smart. Something deeper than that, something that cannot be taught in any classroom. And by the end of this video, you are going to see yourself completely differently. Stay with me, because sign number 10 is the one that will hit you the hardest. Most people think pain is something you recover from, something you get over and move on from. But the people who have been through real pain know something different. You don't just get over it, you get through it, and something changes on the other side. The question is not whether pain changed you. The question is, do you understand what it gave you? Sign number 1. You can read people without them saying a word. You notice things others completely miss. A shift in someone's tone, a smile that doesn't reach the eyes, a story that almost makes sense, but not quite. Here is why. Pain taught you to watch behavior instead of words. When someone's words hurt you badly enough, you stopped trusting words alone, and that is not paranoia. That is intelligence built from experience. Sign number 2. You don't trust easily anymore. Most people see this as damage. They think something is wrong with you. But here's the truth. Selective trust is not a wound. It is wisdom. Pain taught you the real cost of misplaced trust. Your circle became small, but everything inside it became real. Sign number 3. You think before you react. Where others explode, you pause. Where others say things they regret, you go quiet. This did not happen by accident. Pain taught you that impulsive reactions have consequences. You learned that the hard way. And now that pause, that 2-second silence before you respond, puts you ahead of most people in every room you walk into. Sign number 4. You appreciate small things more than others do. A quiet morning, a good conversation, a moment where nothing is wrong. Most people walk right past these things, but you feel them. Because when you have lost something, you understand its value in a way that cannot be explained to someone who hasn't. Sign number 5. You are comfortable being alone. Most people cannot sit in silence with themselves. They reach for the phone. They need noise. They need someone. But pain forced you into yourself. And in that silence, you found something. You found that your own company was enough. And that one quality protects you from something most people fall for constantly. Making desperate decisions just to avoid being alone. Now stay with me for the last 5. Because these are the signs most people carry every single day without ever realizing what they mean. Sign number 6. You can spot fake people almost immediately. Something feels off before you can explain it. A gut feeling, a quiet alarm inside you. Here is where that comes from. You have seen the real face behind the mask before. You know what it looks like when someone is performing kindness instead of feeling it. And once you have seen it once, you cannot unsee it anywhere. Sign number 7. You don't need validation to feel okay. Before the pain, other people's opinions mattered deeply. Their approval felt necessary. But when external support disappeared, you had no choice but to build something internal. And slowly, without even realizing it, you stopped needing their approval to feel okay. Most people spend their entire lives trying to build this. Pain gave it to you for free. Sign number 8. You handle pressure better than most. When things fall apart around you, you go calm. Not because you don't feel it, but because somewhere in your history, you already survived your worst moment. And something in your body remembers that. It remembers that you made it through, so the next crisis hits differently. You become the person others look to when everything is falling apart. Sign number 9. You ask better questions than everyone else. Most people ask what happened. You ask why. Most people see the surface. You look underneath it. Pain forced you to think deeper because surface-level explanations were never enough to explain what you went through. So your mind learned to go further, and now you understand situations that most people around you completely misread. Sign number 10. You understand people who are suffering without them explaining it. Someone is struggling. They haven't said a word, but you already feel it. You know the specific weight of that silence. You recognize it because you have carried it yourself. Your pain created a map of human suffering, and now you can read that map in other people before they even open their mouth. This is not a burden. This is one of the rarest gifts a human being can carry. You didn't just survive your pain. You learned its language. Most people look at someone who has been through pain and think, that person has been damaged, but you now know the truth. Every single one of these 10 signs is not damage. It is development. It is intelligence that cannot be bought, copied, or taught in any classroom. It only comes from one place: living through something hard and coming out the other side still standing. You probably spent a long time wishing your pain had never happened, wishing things had gone differently. But think about who you were before it, and think about who you are now. The awareness you carry, the strength you don't even recognize in yourself, the depth you have that most people around you will never understand. Your pain did not break you, it built you, and the person it built is someone most people will spend their whole lives trying to become. If this video made you see something in yourself you hadn't seen before, subscribe. Every week on this channel, we go deeper into the psychology of human behavior and what makes certain people stronger than the rest. And drop a comment right now. Tell me, which of these 10 signs do you recognize most in yourself? I read every single one.